sustained the injury. The doctor gave him some ointment and instructed him to simply apply it at home. However, that very night, the wound began bleeding profusely and wouldn't stop. The next day, he underwent a comprehensive medical examination. Surprisingly, the diagnostic results showed nothing abnormal. When friends heard about this, they suspected Yang Hu was possessed by evil spirits and suggested he visit a shaman. With no other options, Yang Hu decided to give it a try and sought out the shaman. Although the shaman couldn't see his face clearly, he could sense the ghost lurking behind him. Even more astonishing was the shaman's definitive statement that Yang Hu's survival thus far depended entirely on the ring left by his father, which he wore on his chest. This ring was sustaining his life. The shaman then examined his wound and performed divination using grains of rice. The divination revealed that the wound was connected to a crucifix. Following the shaman's guidance, Yang Hu made his way to a Christian church. Some invisible force was preventing him from entering the church. Inside the church that moment, two priests, one elderly and one young, were conducting an exorcism ritual for a demon. Unexpectedly, the demon suddenly broke free from its restraints and lunged ferociously at the priests. The young priest immediately fled in terror, leaving only the injured elderly priest to face the terrifying demon alone. Without the strength to resist, he could only pray. At this critical moment, Yang Hu appeared just in time and
sorry to disappoint you. You fought to tame the lion.
It's over, mga sir!
一拳超人他来了呀！
Hoy! Ala, hoy!
That was
His brain
unreal.
is so big.
Making mistakes is the path to wisdom.
一拳超人他来了呀！一拳超人他来了呀！
His brain is so big.
Magdamagi, nagigadilat, may sarili mundo at gising na nanaginip. Bagamat di ka lang matapat na mga kaharap kasi makitid ang isip. Ayaw mong ikaw ay pinagsasabihan, di ka na marunong makinig sa payo dahil naman ang iyong isipan lumilipad na parang eroplano. Di mo nakikita ang sarili mo kahit nasubukan mo pa naman ang lamig. Nakikita mo lang sa sarili mo puro tama ang lahat ng iyong nagagawin. Kaya dapat sa'yo sapakin para kahit anong sa realidad ay magising. Pag nakatikim na doon ka pamaraning, pakiramdam mo ikaw pinakamagaling. Hindi lang paa dahil pati ang tila ay umaangat. Lihis ang panga kahit gabi-gabi na ay dilat na dilat. Biglang nag-iba, di na kilala lusong na yan ang utak mo, Brad. Itigil mo na kung ayaw mo matigil pa ang iyong edad. Kahit na hindi niya gamit sinala niya, nagawa lokohin kahit mga tropa. Kasi matino isip di gumagana.
That was unreal. This is a good opportunity to learn.
Oh my god, it's too good! But no, it's not good enough at all. Or wait, is it? Maybe?
so big.
racist joke. But I thought to myself, you know what? I think this one might be a little bit too bad. And I think that we got 6 months left, and then I can start telling those jokes again. Yeah, like I think we got 6 months, and then I'm gonna be able to be racist. Like I'm counting down the days, bro. I am waiting and praying on that day, man. Say it in Kick Chat? No, of course not. I love Jinxie. So anyway, but one guy said, "Damn, chat is racist," and got timed out. Damn, bro. Airbot2x. Who is this? I'm gonna look his name up. User Airbot 2x. Oh, where's it at? User Airbot2x. Is he in my chat? No, he's not even in my chat. And so he had new count. So he got timed out. Chat is racist. Yeah, bro. Like, that's it. Why does the chat look like a bunch of lemmings jumping off the cliff? How does somebody on Reddit say this? What do we got? No self-awareness? What's going on here? That's just a normal discourse on Twitch now. Twitter is even worse. TikTok is now awful. I'm learning new forms of Holocaust denial because of the comment section there. It's actually, go to any random creator who's Jewish and look at the comments. Are absolutely insane. The one lady who teaches Hebrew to children is being harassed by TikTokers with a red triangle emoji saying, "Oh, so now we're colonizing Miss Rachel." Psychotic behavior. The pro-Palestine movement on TikTok has completely lost the plot. Dude, the thing is that being pro-Palestine doesn't mean you have to hate every Jew, right? I mean, this is like, nobody decided this. Nobody said you had to do this. This was, you invented this yourself. But it's been a big problem. It's been a huge problem. And I think that right now, you're seeing it happen even more. The leftists are the worst anti-Semitics. Well, here's the reason why left-wing people are anti-Semitic, okay? So I'm going to explain the reason why, and I'm going to just say it. And I know people are going to get upset because I'm going to just lay it the fuck out. I'm going to just lay it the fuck out, and I'm going to say it. All right. Start the clip. So basically, the reason why I think that a lot of people don't like Jewish people is that, number one, they're white adjacent. So a lot of Jewish people, and this also attracts negative attention from both white people who think that Jewish people infiltrate the white identity and then damage it. And then it also attracts negative attention from people that don't like white people because they see Jewish people as beneficiaries of that, white power structure, right? So number two, the other reason, of course, is the Israel-Palestine movement. And how many people look at Israel and they say, well...
Yeah, the Rubik pick definitely feels a bit out of place. But he has a couple nice steals this game. Snapfire spells are pretty nice. Baker Fissure is obvious. That should be illegal to steal, though. And then DK stun is also good, right? Because you get the extra cast range on it. Or do you still do that?
No. I mean, you get from your spell or whatever. But
Yeah.
you don't get the dragon from it.
No, you don't get dragon from the snake. Oh, Salam! He's fighting back with the globs too. Beautiful. There we go. Rule down as well. Reminds me of last game a bit. Yeah, it reminds me of last game of him playing Rubik against Pugna, and he kept killing himself on the ward. I don't know. It's rough.
No, I think mostly his job is just like when the shaker jumps in, you just lift him instantly.
Yeah. Oh boy! Oh boy! Big comeback for Shaker there. We knew that. He's already only 300 gold by a monkey. I'd much rather have a Shaker mid than a monkey at this point of the game. I'll tell you that much. Stun is there. Oh my god, they're turning. He's almost dead. Oh boy, monkey is a huge target here. They're bullying him. He's good, sticky, blood grenaded. What a miserable way to die. That's literally, when I play Monkey King mid, that's exactly what it looks like, regardless of network. Like, don't stomp them this hard.
They're getting Heroic, you could say.
Heroic, you said?
Yeah.
Run at them,
Around this time, it was always just, everyone come, go together, and you just run at towers as 5 heroes. And then if the enemy tries to defend, they all die. It's like very hard to not take the fight, mentally.
Yeah. But you have to dodge it. I feel like Tundra will dodge that fire. Somehow.
Yeah.
Monkey King. Fraud hero.
What faster did he go?
Last game, Toro went the jumping on trees one. This one, I didn't see what he went. Okay, three bounties here. 33 would have dodged, but you know 33 would have said in voice comms very clearly, guys, don't fight. That's it. And people would have listened. You know it. But this
I
one.
know it. I know it.
2k lead for Falcons. Not too bad yet. Not too bad yet. The wisdom rune matters though. Oh boy, they're gonna give that up too. My god. It's shifting, bro. Oh boy, absolutely massive. 7.6k net worth. With a wisdom rune too. He's thriving right now. You know when Amar broke on Bristle? He was playing red Bristle forever and everybody else was playing green. And then when he finally started switching to green, he just started feeding a lot. He didn't know what to do, you know?
Where's my disruptor?
I don't know. Skeeter presses his dragon form before he dies here. That's kind of weird. Yeah. Nice kill for Spirit, very nice.
Okay, there's my disruptor.
My Pochka. They can getting a lot of kills here from the thing.
No, I saw last game, Mitoshka was going Arcane Boots, Midas. You know, you fucking lost.
On the Ogre?
Yeah.
I'm not a hater of the Midas. You don't like it?
It's terrible.
Right, I forgot we had this discussion. You don't like Ogre or Midas. I forgot.
No, Ogre Midas is fine.
Yeah.
But it's like, you have to be... It's not good.
Okay.
It's like a Zeus rushing shard and jungling and thinking he's good. Like, it's
Well,
trash.
yeah.
You're trash. You're a trash kid.
Like
I don't
trash,
know.
but you will have impact eventually.
I mean, you might... It's better than my, like, whatever, Broodmother jungling, sure.
Yeah. I will say that... what were we talking about? The Midas Ogre... Fuck, I was thinking about something, I forgot. Oh yeah, I think that was reflective of what was happening in the drafts though, because they last picked that Ogre too, kinda. It was 23 Ogre, I think, or 24. And then it was 24 Silencer after that too. I don't know what these heroes did in those games. Miposhka literally had like awful games, both times. Didn't work out.
Midas Ogre is more like, yeah, you have your Glimmer, Arcane Boots, you're playing, and then suddenly you get a kill and you're 1,000 gold. Then maybe you go Midas.
I see, okay.
You can't be like hitting creeps. You're like Arcane Boot 600 gold and you're like, guys, I'm queuing up my Midas. Like,
sounds like me, brother. Sounds like... Don't cramp on my style, please.
well, it's
BKB.
awful, but...
BKB
better
Ags. Okay, so he will go the Ags. I feel like that's their timing on Spirit. They have to stall. I mean, Yatoro wins these on Morphling, by the way. I'm just saying. If you watched any of their like past 20 games, I think I watched most of them. He wins these.
No, this is delay.
Yeah.
They need BKB Monkey and BKB Primal before they fight.
Mhm. I don't think one strength of Falcons is they're not a team that stresses a lot. They won't like feel too rushed with it, you know. They're fine with
They
the
have
late game.
faith.
Oh, the cookie. That's huge. Seeing red. The frogs are helping. He turns into Bristle. I don't think that's helping a lot though. He globbed down. Unlucky.
He died to the Nether Ward trying to wait for my way.
Mm-hmm.
But
Classic.
Falcons have that type of lineup where they can actually go high ground at like 25 minutes.
Maybe, yeah. Ooh.
But they should have BKB.
Close. Yeah. The Pugna's casing every kill, but it's not his fault, alright? They're like suiciding to him, kinda. Maybe they're doing it on purpose, you think? Give Pugna all the kills?
The last one was definitely not on purpose. He was spam clicking that waveform. Courier sniper.
Double courier?
Ooh, so fast.
Almost.
Did he get caught because he's sprinting?
No, I don't think so. I think it's fine.
But these are the games, like this is so boring to play Disruptor in this game. You literally have not gotten to do, like you don't get to do anything. That's why like the
Another
morph pick is
courier.
annoying. Like when I'm Disruptor and my carrier wants to play Morpher, I know my game is gonna be miserable. Like it's gonna be so awful.
He baited a TP on crit too. Big plays. That's a very clutch play by Collapse there. Honestly stalling the game for several minutes with those two courier snipes and stuff. We're gonna try for Amar actually. Disruptor ulti and Monkey ulti. Let's see. He has Blade Mail though. And he's just the best or what? I guess so. The grab is there. Amar in trouble. They got him. There we go. Spirit are back, guys.
Alright, that's GG, guys.
GG. Crazy. You stamping it or what, by?
I'm stamping it.
Or Spirit, huh?
Yeah.
I think also I didn't like their drafts the past times. I don't even like the monkey much, but the Morphling plus Primal just wins this eventually, I think. Especially the Primal. Pretty hopeful for them right now. Classic clamp and stamp. I'm not ready to stamp with you, Pi, but I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah. No, it's definitely not unwinnable for Falcons, but
No.
this is a stamp. And I want to play Primal actually.
Primal? Yeah, I felt the same yesterday when I was watching Satanic play Necro Carry. I was like, I really want to play Necro Carry right now.
What build did he do?
He just rushed Radiance. It's my build, the Lulu. The build I always do.
What is that, like stick, brown boots, Radiance, or what?
Pretty much, yeah.
But did he have a good lane? Or?
Yeah, he had a pretty good lane. He had a pretty good lane. Morelle. Took it over. Amar is a little bit cocky here. Underestimating Spirit dies again. Oh my god, Amar, don't crash out like this.
I think the
Guys,
blade mail is
it was
awful.
The blade mail is not paying off. No, I don't know. Lotus blade mail. It feels like I did this last time. It looked much better, but he needs one more item. Like with the S and Y, it makes sense, but before, I don't know.
I think Lotus is probably okay, but I don't think the blade mail is. I don't think you can do both. Like, I would rather have him have Crimson Pipe.
Oh no, don't say those words. I cannot bear the words. Pi, I'm kind of scared what to ask. What you think about this whole gaming situation?
The game, I don't get it.
You don't get it.
Someone's passed out.
Yeah, I think so too. It's an ego show. Oh, the Echo Salam. They don't get the Ator on it though. The Ator turns around 3-man fissure into Monkey Arena. Beautiful spellcasting. What's the cleanup looking like though? Either a bit in trouble, but the globs are saving him from above. Malrine using that fissure. Nice plays by Malrine. Wow. Falcons completely. Yeah, maybe a Tor could have finished. Nice.
Oh, is he dying? Oh, my
Yeah,
stab.
wow. Gig outplays by
Dude, this is
Falcons.
so
holy
bad.
shit.
Like, this is so sloppy by them. They're just sloppily standing around their Wisdom Rune. Like, I think, yeah, Collapse is like 200 gold from DPP or 100 gold.
Yeah, that's the reason. I think otherwise this would have looked so different. This would look so different if they have to collapse here. But I get it, you know, they didn't have BKB. It's not very often they play sloppily that in Spirit. Usually they are like 4 there. Comes the Roche. It's free. Pilot Eye Stamp. It's looking like a Pepela. And Skeeter is peeking on the Dragonite. There's nothing you can do. What the fuck is this Rubik gonna do this game? I'm wondering. We'll see if he has any. He will get one good steal. But Collapse BKB is a huge deal. He can. The problem is everyone's so tanky on Falcons. Even the supports are kind of annoying. Okay. Has Spirit ever been swept in competitive play? That's a good question. Have they ever been 3-0'd in the history of their organization? Even Spirit, Dota 2. I don't know. I don't know how to look up these kind of statistics. I need to hire a statistics guy. I'm just gonna make stuff up instead and say no, I don't think so. They have never been cleanly swept before.
Heard it here first.
Yeah. The thing is, you can just say shit nowadays until someone proves you wrong, and then you just say, you just claim that it's fake news or some shit. It's all good. All good. That's the GPT. I don't know if ChatGPT is good for that kind of stuff. They're gonna go on Yatoro. He's a little bit deep. BKB Primal's here. Trying to get Marine. Quick Lotus by Amar, stopping it. Yatoro eats it. They have to bail. Collapse too late to BKB TP. They have to run.
really sharded this game.
Yeah, they did. They had the control. When you stamped Pi, I started believing, but yeah. Falcons are just actually playing better right now as well. I don't know. Spirit are not their usual selves.
Yep. No, because I can see there's no way you get baited on a Wisdom rune when your Prime was 200 gold off BKB. I could see you getting baited if they're like stressed, like doing a Roche. Maybe you can get baited then, but there's no way you get baited for a Wisdom.
Yeah, I'm asking the clanker. See what he's gonna say. Spirit lost the grand finals to Parvision in ESL 1 Ray League. Is that true, or is it making stuff up? It said it lost to Falcons 3-0 in Riyadh. Fuck. I don't think it did, right? I think it's making stuff up. Flaps down. Oh no, they won. Okay, they won. I see. No, they only lost once. Only lost once. Oh, Mirella's down. Can they globs? Counter globs do anything? No. Ah, they're getting absolutely... like 3 fat men running at them. They're getting overwhelmed. They don't have enough damage to push them back yet. Mars gonna keep going? Oh my god, it's actually a kill. Brutal, 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 brutal.
Alright, I'm stamping this for Falcons, guys.
You just have... oh yeah, let's forget anything that happened earlier. I don't know, bro. What the fuck? If anybody ever came up to me and said this final was gonna be a 3-0, I'm like, yeah, I know what you mean. For Falcons? I don't believe it, bro. It's not happening. It's not happening. No, my clanker said that they only lost once to Paravision, 1 and 3, right? Is that correct? I don't know if that's true.
Should ask Grok.
Grok knows? Yeah, whatever.
I think Grok is better at googling.
I see, I see. Triple strength force. Unbeatable. Yep, it's that simple. Can't pick Undying, Timber, or Necro. It's literally impossible to pick one of these 3 heroes. Is there another hero that you feel like counters these strength cores a lot? That maybe we're missing?
Let me check.
What could be good? Joe Ranger? Slark? Nikes? Nikes is one as well. Yeah, I think I would put Nikes on that. Kinda good. AA, of course. AA was the counter for such a long time. I feel like we're just not drafting these heroes against Falcons. But I think I'm worried if a team does, what is Falcons' response? Will they be able to deal with it? Are they not? They're maybe not getting good practice before TI. Spirit are like meme drafting a little bit here. Monkey King? Too much honest Dota here. He's actually fallen behind net worth of the Snapfire now. Holy shit. Monkey King is there. That's sad. We hiding strats, huh? 12k up on Falcons right now. Aegis expires. They might be able to pick up Yatoro here. Look, they're smoking through. Peter. Blink Orchid. Same time, he can Manta in 1 second, so he's fine. Just poking, just poking.
Oh, you had to go BKB before Butter.
If you BKB Monkey. That seems like a fine build, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Yep.
thinking about the morph thing, you usually want Butterfly, right?
Liquid's 2-3-0'd Spirit as well? Then my computer is not so... Yeah, the BKB is kind of necessary. The Shaker is too annoying, I think. He just perma-stuns him. How close are we to Collapse's eggs? That's the question. He bought a shard, so I'm assuming not too close. Yeah, still 3k gold away. Yikes. That's gonna be the... I think that is their only timing that's left here. That's big.
I mean,
Farm,
Morph,
Collapse farm. Yeah, Morph of course a little bit. But the thing is, even if you give Morph a whole Butterfly now, does he have enough damage to really kill like DK and Bristle fast enough? I'm not sure. This is a new meta I've been seeing a little bit this tournament, so... As you see, Malrine is buying like a casual Aeon disc now. That's something... It's really strange to me, but... It's just kind of becoming popular.
Yeah. Before they nerfed Aeon disc, everyone bought one, I think.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
was
it's back now. It's back.
5 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
It's really broken on Tinker because it's very low CD.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't seen many Tinkers this series either. I'm predicting that the meta for TI is gonna be very different than the meta we have seen the past few days. I refuse to believe there's so many heroes that are being untouched right now that are actually quite good. But Falcons, I guarantee you they're gonna run the same shit no matter what. They're gonna stick with it. I know my MR's drafting, so 15k lead. Have to try to get whatever you can here, boys. Nullifier Monkey coming out soon enough. Only 4,000 gold left.
Yeah. It's not a lot of farm on the map.
No. Yeah, they're bleeding. Falcons is what they do. They bleed you out in the base until the next Roche is coming up soon. Come on, Spirit, you can do it. Don't give us a 3-0 final. This is what they do best. I jinxed it when I said they give exciting finals. Okay, force Monkey BKB. Does he not? He does not have a TP. He does. He will TP. Wait, if he cuts him there, he would have died. Yeah. Oh my god, that was so risky jumping on the tree before TP. Jesus. Close, close. Falcon sandbagging the whole year to avoid nerf. I mean, if TI was $20 million again instead of 2, I would have believed you. But nah, they're trying. You know, that's just a natural cycle of Dota, maybe. Okay, they're gonna jump in on the Rubik with Bloodthorn. That's a free kill for Skeeter. Unbelievable. Oh,
Okay,
the Shaker
good
kill.
Shaker.
Come on, this has to work. Be slow, Malrine. He was slow. He was slow. They have a chance. They on disc is there. But I still think this is fine. They might. Oh no, the Pagnale. Pagnale. They need to get out. He's trying. Oh my god, where's my Toro? He's almost dead. Can they fight this? They have to all in. The Toro's all inning snaking. Nice damage there. The Toro 4 goo charges on him. Nice fight. Okay, we still have a game here. Hey, Poshka down also. I'm back.
I'm back.
Okay. Yeah, they're going all in.
Oh, no.
Amar has
I
run
ruined-
down Rue. Running Rue. Please watch the other part of the fight. Observer.
Oh, yeah.
Watch your Toro die. What is this? A drunk observer. Crit. Okay, Crit ends up dying, but they're all out here without BKBs now. They're just gonna get bullied and glued down. Oh my god.
Careful, gank.
Hello, princess. Wow. Of all the time Spirit's losing, you know, isn't it crazy? But just think of it. Before the series, Spirit have not lost a series. They lost one game out of the last 23 games, and somehow they get 3-0'd. Somehow they get 3-0'd. Statistically, that should be impossible.
They ran out of creative juice.
They ran out of creative juice. This was the moment Spirit just became washed. We just witnessed the washing of an organization, or what?
No. It's just like you play, and then
They got
your
bored.
idea is not good enough.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because you could already see it when they lost that one game in that series.
Because I think, wasn't Riyadh final Falcon or Spirit? It was. And then Spirit 3-0'd Falcon, so this is the revenge. Kinda. But it's not over yet. I'm not gonna count out Spirit quite yet. Not just because they're Spirit, alright? Could be because of stand-in, yeah. Maybe we don't count the stand-in. If without the stand-in, they're still undefeated, technically. Technically. Good point, guys. I always forget about that. I will say Mirella did not do much for them this game. Only 72-28. Not that bad. Not that bad. Gabe's high on that copium, but it's all good. Bristles had really good sieger because he can kind of stand in between you and the guy hitting the tower, and there's not much you can do about it. Being red. Oh, they found Mirella. Mirella tries to get out. He's Marine somehow gonna do it. Oh! What just happened? Wait. Roll back the tapes. Was he gonna ever see the monkey there on the tree? The monkey panicked. I don't know, bro. He got scared and he jumped off the tree. He canceled his TP. Oh no. Oh no. Collapse. Yeah, he knows. Aghanim is the timing. Okay, he just got it, I think. He just got it. This is their timing. Butterfly morphling soon. Go hit the high ground. Yadoro. Okay. I'm seeing hope. This is the hope. He finishes butterfly somehow. Yes, there are 2 racks behind.
Yeah, they just need nullifier too. They need primal. And one more item.
Last racks, they're pushing for it. Falcons going in. Actually gonna unprecedented Yatoro start hitting throw. This guy's crazy, bro. He's crazy in the brain. Our spirit noticing. I'm sorry, Falcon's noticing. They're noticing now. They're like, wait a second, bro. He's Yatoro. They're scared. He's going for the kill on Shaker. This guy's crazy. Don't mess with this guy. He's trying to fucking win. He's trying to fucking win, bro. Yeah, he forced one more TP. Time to bail, I think. And Night falling right out. Smart. Second TP comes in. He BKB TPs. Not bad, not bad. It might have been the only way to save the game. In the back, though, the Observer. He sees Mirella. Mirella, what are you doing, Mr. Standen? He's dead.
Yeah,
Force me, force him.
His team is so weak. They can't like get anything from this space.
Butterfly on the courier is dead. No, don't even say that. Heartbreaking, bro. Okay, Axe Primal is it. This is their only chance. They have to like pretend they've given up. It's like fake GGing time. Bloodthorns, Yatoro is just dead. He has buyback though. Collapse goes in the back. Going on Quinn. They're all in Quinn. It's crit. And I say Quinn, it's crit. Monkey Arena comes out. He got the break off, but he's dead as hell. Meanwhile, Shaker in the back does go down. Jumping around. Super dead here.
Yeah. Can only monkey around for so long.
Yeah. He was all glued up. Yatoro. Artesian Shaker. Oh my god, he needs to watch out so he doesn't die. The cookie's there. Amar seeing red. He's seeing Yatoro dead. They reversed the 3-0. GG. Impressive stuff, yeah. Grazie, grats. They get the win before TI. But did they get cursed winning this fight? Maybe now, you know? We see at TI, yeah. We see at TI. See you soon. Yeah. They're taking a short break. That was a very fast Grand Finals. Holy shit. One of the fastest Grand Finals in a while. It reminds me of good old Gaiman versus Liquid kind of dominance, you know what I mean? Look at Amar still quilling in the end screen because he has it on autocast. A good one. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna check. Okay, that is it, boys. Wow. What an... Not a man. Okay, wait, let me see. Fissure Universe. Yeah, $125,000 for Falcons. It's not nothing, guys. It's actually quite a big chunk of money. Team Spirit. I mean, Game and Wish had that money. No, they didn't get to go to TI. That's big money. I have the invites again. Spirit gets second place. Definitely an upset. Definitely. Are they? Is this gonna carry over for Spirit? Are they gonna be tilted at TI coming up in like 9 days from now? What do you think, Pyde? Would you hold on to some grudge here? Especially if you were trying, you know? Would you care? Spirit. Yeah, you can always just blame the stand-in. That's facts, actually. That's facts. So how many days? Yeah. Yeah. No, we can't do that. Yeah. For sure. And yeah, 3-0. How many days left till TI? Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days left till TI. 10 or 11. I don't know. I might have miscounted, guys. 10 or 11. Oh, I muted Pi again. Sorry, it was I muted him for a second. Pi said, sorry, it was the sound.
No, he just wants to show me my place, where I belong.
I just mute you randomly. No, it was the stupid sounds. Listen to the sounds.
Streamer stuff.
Yeah, now Pi said that, I'll repeat what Pi says.
Oh, hell yes.
This is a good opportunity to learn.
Listen, look, and lesson and learn.
I'm seriously getting tired of this place.
Lee Sin.
I'm seriously getting tired of this place.